Well, Hayward's Musky Fest is one of the most beloved Northland summer events. It's so popular, it's now a finalist in a national competition with a $100,000 prize attached. Northern News Now's Taryn Simmons spoke to some Hayward residents who hope their community reels in that cash.
We were very excited that Cenex also felt that our festival is one of the best festivals that entered the contest.
And maybe even as much surprised the fact that there was over 500 different applicants in it.
Brianna McKenzie and Crick Rushdashell are one of the many ecstatic Hayward residents to find out that the Musky Festival was selected as one of the 3 finalists for Cenex Hometown Throwdown. The Hometown Throwdown competition highlights small town festivals and giving back to local communities. Musky Fest was chosen out of 500 submissions. Mindy Simmons, a former Musky Fest queen, says the festival is an important part of their community.
It's so much fun. It brings families together. There's so many great events. It would just really be awesome to have Hayward put on the map.
The second and third place finalists will each receive a $25,000 prize, and the competition winner will receive a $100,000 prize once voting is closed. Chris Rushdashell with the city of Hayward says that the money would help their town immensely.
That can go towards things like infrastructure, electrical needs, a stage for live entertainment, the entertainment costs themselves.
A chance to spotlight this Wisconsin tradition. In Hayward, I'm Taryn Simmons, Northern News Now.
And by the way, we know that's a walleye behind us. It just made its way into the graphic. Don't worry. Voting for the best festival is underway. It continues through May 15th. Northlanders can vote for their favorite festival just one time. We have more information on where you can vote on our website.